teams do this many a times. We poke you before the actual fight starts. When the fight actually starts, you're already down to half health, or maybe even lesser.
But hey, we leave it to the crowd to really provide the energy that these two teams needs to battle out in this game 2 of the BO5. Look, putting a lot of pressure here against Kun in that clash lane here. With the rotation coming in from you, they might be able to take away this Horntail Beast from the hands of WE's jungle.
Yep, not going to be the case though. So Xiaokun does secure for his team. So that's one attempt thwarted by the side of WE. DYG looking for another opening, this time onto the Fire Beak at the bottom side. This one also secured by the side of Team WE. In fact, goes into the hands of Ink. So everything is status quo.
Yeah, very comfortable start here for the side of Team WE here. At the very least, this early game won't be as bombastic as the Nova and also WST series here, as a rotation coming in from the side of you to poke out some of the health bars coming in for the side of...
Oh, yep, not gonna be first blood. This one, Yi takes a big fall, and Team WE, everything falling into their favor in this game number 2.
A bit of a misstep here coming in from you here, but a good wrap around coming from Biddy, hiding away from Vision, and then utilizing the CC change here. But hang on a moment here, a pushback coming in.
Yeah, nice flash with the catch as well. So many stuns, he has to run. They make an attempt, and here comes the turnaround. They're looking for an opening. Lur going to jump in as well. They get Kong, but what's the price to pay? It has to be their life. The life steal is not going to be enough, and Jayo will be taken down along with Xiaokun as well. So DYG respawn, and they respawn in force.
Kong is such a key playmaker here. This is the true epitome of what it is to be a roamer, sacrificing yourself for the greater good here, making sure that Xiaokun overcommits for a low health roamer here, and then Lur coming in to pick up 2 easy quick kills for his team.
Yeah, we'll take a look at what this is like. I mean, I like the fact that you said that, right? Sometimes sacrificing for the cause is a win. And you know, as a roamer, I understand the concept, but Holler doesn't seem to believe me when I say that.
I mean, sometimes it's because of your actions in game, right, Kin? Split push roams, it can't justify your actions here, right?
No, a win is a win, but we'll take a look at the replay here.
So good Q3 engager coming in for the side of Jayo, pushing back Kong here. As you can see, Kong is already out here, but he chooses to move on forward, baiting in Xiaokun, and then when Lur comes in with the Fatih ultimate here, he's just literally slicing everybody, and more gold goes in towards the pockets here as an another engage on towards Jayo here, but immediately disengaged by the Sulier.
Look, the biggest difference maker to me is the fact that every time Jayo doesn't have his passive, it's a huge risk for the side of WE to take big team fights, because with X-Xuan, the amount of damage you can deal as the Agudo is insanely quick and very persistent as well. They showed you in that previous team fight, right? If you give X-Xuan the amount of space and comfort to be able to just keep landing those auto attacks, it's going to be a pain in the butt. Lur as well, activating ultimate, making sure that the damage was consistent. Now, Emergence going to be laid down. Can they find the finishing blow? Oh, what a nice flash! And with the action, will be taken down. But immediately, Minx is going to be traded. But I still think this is a perfect trade for the side of Team WE. As long as they don't give their life for Xiaokun. But that's not going to be the case. Uses the flash, has to walk away, and the flash committed by the side of Lur. That is a finishing blow, and no response. WE, they try everything. Right now, they can only be sufficed with the take on the Tyrant.
Lur is literally on fire this series here, from the game 1 performance on the Lubu, transitioning it into his current performance on towards the Fatih here. He's practically unstoppable thus far here, but tanking a bit too much tower shots here might be a victim of the annihilation that might be off cooldown right now.
I mean, we're expecting that Lur comes online, you know, maybe a little bit later. But now at level 7, having so much space to work around with the help of his members on the side of DYG, this is looking a little bit scary.
And it's a rare sight that you see the Clash lane actually being the richest in the team. That's how you know he's actually so well farmed ahead of the curve here. 301, 3.4k, sharing the most gold with members like Biddy and also X-Xuan.
I mean, the fact that he made those huge rotations and found value with it. 3-0-1. That's a lot of kills for a Clash laner at this portion of the game. 5 minutes in, take a look at the damage on the T1 at the bottom. They get the setup as well. Everything. Oh, do they really want to commit? Too much damage under the tower here. Can the jungler tank it? They do get the value here with the Annihilation. They get down Yu, they get down Extra as well for the price of Biddy.
The 2-for-1 special here coming in from Mingzi on the Yuhuan ultimate. When you carry someone as Kong with the Shieldun, you don't necessarily block damage from them. You still take same value of damage when you're carried by him here. So you put yourself in a position where you are in the same line for the perfect annihilation.
I love this, right? Every time you praise a team, WE not being praised, they don't like it. They want to come back, so they make all these godly plays. And right now, goal lead negligible, nothing to speak of that is of difference. WE maintaining. They trade T1s, one at the top for the one at the bottom.
I would say Biddy is one of the key playmakers here, really noticing the fact on how well he can play with the floorborne tank. He's been really going in a lot of these times, finding the perfect setup here for his team.
Yeah, and building space, I think that's the most important part. Right now, Team WE, they have a lot of advantage because they have the passive available for JYO as well. So with that, they can be a little bit more aggressive, they can be a little bit more curious about taking objectives across the gorge.
But as the timer keeps slowly pushing forward here, DYG, their late game is a bit scary here considering you have 3 to 4 members that could do consistent DPS. That's an alarming factor here coming in from WE.
To be honest, I think that's an okay problem to have, right? If you're on the side of Team WE, actually when Xuan drops down the furball, he uses the ultimate, he's actually very vulnerable as well. You have plenty of dive potential on the side of WE. And this is what I'm talking about. The amount of free pokes they're going in. Lur though tries to find an opening, gets knocked up with the ultimate by the side of JYO as well. Can they finish the job? Annihilation going to be placed down. Not enough damage coming in from the side of WE. WE, they get the Matrix. One more stun coming from the jungler. They force out the Dragon form. Everyone falls low. Nobody takes a fall just yet. Flash committed by the side of Chance as well. And this is a nice exchange showing you how close both teams are.
The team fights are just literally crazy as of this point. Did you see how Le was holding his flash and taking Annihilation towards his face despite having 20% health? He was ready to press that Pure Sky to mitigate any form of damage in that exchange. They're really playing the team fight to an extreme patience.
Yeah, knowing that the healing deal under the T1 was also available in the mid, he was playing it down to the wire. And this is the difference of levels right now between the KPL teams, really down to the wire.
His call comes down to experience, gameplay, and also knowledge towards the game here. That's why years of practice and years of experience play such a pivotal role in your decision making and also damage calculation, especially for these pro players.
Yeah, I mean, the slightest difference really will turn the tides in your favor. Right now, they're putting the setups as well. Ultimate used by the side of Ink, but it is him getting caught. Hang on, knock up on the side of Lur. They're trying to protect this T1 with their lives. It has worked out so far for DYG, but this comes at the cost of both teams having to take a look at their T2s, top and bottom, being pressured by minions as well.
They need to attend towards it as this does open up the Tyrant once again for the taking, coming in for DYG here. It wouldn't be Smite Away coming in from Biddy, as DYG, they do secure it, and then both teams are looking for that 10th minute shadow objectives.
Yeah, 10 minutes. I mean, this is 90 seconds away, right? So DYG and Team WE, they have to get the lanes in check first. Straight away, the TP coming in for Le will be a much higher value for the side of DYG.
Still interested to see, like, later on in towards the team fight, how does Kong play here? Is he playing on the reactive end, saving X1 and Chance, or is he playing the aggressive end, bringing Le towards the back line here? These are things I want to see coming in for the Dunshan Fatih combination.
I feel like there's more value for JYO, right? JYO actually can use his ultimate to really get multiple members on the side of DYG. Kong can only catch one. Right now, Annihilation not going to hit the mark. They get the setup on the side of Kong. He will be safe for now. It's more about the map control, right? 30 seconds left. You don't want to make a mistake here.
Yeah, river control being controlled coming in for the side of DYG here as they are pushing members of WE. Actually makes his statement here in this game too here. Clash laners are usually known as the miracle makers here, especially with how they are able to influence these team fights here, as we see. A bit of a poke here onto his JYO here, forcing him away from the long bush.
Yeah, here comes the true challenge, right? So right now, it is going to be 10-minute mark. Shadow variants on the Tyrant going to be available, but take a look at the damage onto Yue. He is falling low. All shield already committed. This is not ideal for DYG. No value extracted. They try and get the stun. Matrix has been set. It's all low. Should be going into the hands on the side of Team WE, and they are looking to explode, but no opening just yet. Annihilation not going to hit the mark. We're looking for one flash. They will force it out of E. And now mid T1 should be guaranteed.
Superior setup here coming in for the side of Team WE here, suffering no casualties, forcing DYG to back away from the Shadow Tyrant here. This is very good news for WE fans as they also take away the tier 1 tower here. Right now, they are laying their claws on towards the jungle here coming in from DYG.
Yep, this is a scary situation because they took a risk, right? WE took a risk that, hey, maybe the T2 on the top will fall, but now, not only does the T2 not fall, they get a trade up top and also secure the Tyrant for themselves. Shadow Tyrant, by the way, so this is looking a bit dicey. DYG getting caught out. Annihilation will be blocked off by the ultimate on the side of Kong. On the backlines, on the side of Team WE, they managed to stave off the aggression, walk away, no punishment, so it's all wins for WE.
Yeah, getting multiple turrets across the map here. Two tier 1s and another tier 2 towards the top lane here. And right now, getting more of the river control here. You can start to see the Fatih isn't able to slice through the tick front line here, formulated by Jayo and also Biddy here, giving so much room for Ink and Mingzi to find those beautiful DPS outputs, especially with the Raging Sandstorm.
Yeah, Xiaokun provided so much value here. Another Annihilation dropped down, but this one might cost him his life. The block comes in, but the pushback from the side of Jayo with the stuns and the heals, the flash committed as well. It's all looking dire for the side of DYG. Kong being chased down as well. They have found an opening. Can they finish the job? That's the big question. Knock up as well as Team WE. They get the life of Mings, but it comes at the cost of Kong, Le, and Yu as well. Team WE are just so dominant right now.
So much carry point here coming in from the side of Team WE here. Ink untouched in their entire team fight here, just gliding through every single member here. We saw how Le and Kong laid their hands on towards Mingzi, but after expending all your spells, you are just a limping frog waiting to be executed coming in by the Goya on the hands of Ink.
I mean, this is the most apt description, right? Because with the Ink, there is now a blemish on the side of DYG. They're going to secure the Shadow Overlord for themselves. Double objectives, not at the same time, of course, but still, WE, this is going to build upon their success in the previous fight.
Now is to see whether they can actually find that game-winning push, that game-winning lead here. They hold currently 3,000 gold in favor for the side of Team WE here, and with the Shadow Vanguard being released towards the top side, can they remove more of these tier 3s coming in from DYG's base?
Yeah, it's all about the flashes here. Chance as well as Kong, no flash on the two of them, meaning if Team WE get a big engage here, it could spell the end. It will be minimally guaranteed T3s here.
Yeah, T3s will be the next upcoming victims here for the side of DYG here. They need to play the defense game to a maximum potential here as WE knocking on towards the first one here. Doesn't seem that anyone will be available to defend this high ground turret here. As mid lane though, we see it engage.
Yeah, they actually knocked them back. Kong is falling super low. They just have to finish the job here. Kong will be able to make it out safely because right now the T3s at the top have already been taken. WE have done their job. They don't want to take a risk. They back off.
Yeah, 5,000 gold lead though in the hands of WE, removing one of the tier 3s towards the top side here and then resetting for this next Shadow Tyrant here. You can see they have so much control in this game, and Mingzi, that Annihilation just bursted through you and Chance's health bar.
Yeah, so very scary situation. This is where the late game potential on the side of Mings is going to be fulfilled. He's going to be level 15 really soon. Now it's all about the goal. Does he get the 6 slots that he's looking for? For now, DYG, they understand what's the risk. They will not over-engage. Hang on. Le has been found out, uses the flash to dive in. Can he get his hands onto Mings? Not going to be able to do so. Immediately punish. All shield put down. But here comes Xiaokun on the backlines looking for the emergence as well with the support from Mings. And it's all about Team WE. The flash in! Chance does get the knockdown, but what's the cost? It is not going to be too much. They can handle this. The pressure coming in from the top side of the map means WE will be able to survive this onslaught of defense.
Very daring play here coming in from both the side lanes of the side of DYG, but WE, with the superior goalie and execution, they do still come out on top. Now, with the minions marching through all 3 lanes here, I do think the tier 3s wouldn't be long for this game 2 of the specified.
Yep, they tried to delay the take on the T3 in the middle, unable to do so. Knockup not gonna be founded from the side of DYG. They will stave off a little bit of the aggression for WE, but slowly but surely, DYG, they're losing map control.
This is such a good display of skill here coming in from Team WE here. You can say they got out team fighted in game 1. They're like, bet, I'll just match you in that teamfight department, and every single one in the mid game here has been phenomenal coming in from the side of Team WE.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult because at this point, Biddy is already hard to kill. You have not managed to find the life of Jayo as well. And we talked about the multi-man catch, right? With the unconquerable army. Jayo has been finding them.
And also take a look at the itemization coming from Ink though. No Daybreaker, but does supplement it with more tankiness here. Pure Sky into the Ominous Premonition here. This is a very difficult Gulia to be taken down.
Yeah, plus Doomsday, the longer the fight goes, the more value you have, right? So it's a perfect item for the side of Team WE, surviving all of the aggression from the side of DYG Gaming. Now they're looking for a setup on the backlines. They want to find the mid laner. Mings, once again, he's going to use his Splendor. Will not be able to survive, buys a lot more time. But this is where Team WE, have they made a mistake? The Furball now gives vision. DYG, they got what they came for, which is the life of Mings. All they have to do is try and slow the game down.
Now this is a 4v5 in favor of DYG. If they want to look for a comeback, this is the perfect opportunity here as the Overlord is going down very low.
Oh, nice stun. They secure the side on the side of Team WE. This is going to be a Shadow Overlord. As long as they make the wave clear, they should be fine. All should going to be placed down from the side of Kong. And with all the aggression, WE somehow makes it out. And they're able to kill off one wave, one lane of minions from the side of DYG as and when they choose.
But you can see DYG still has so much fight in them. The late game potential coming in from the Dunshan and Fatih combination is starting to see so much value here. Any single time that Mings actually mispositions, he will be immediately jumped on by this combo itself. And then DYG just has to disengage and run towards safety, make it a 4v5. But now, with the Shadow Overlords marching through all 3 lanes here, it's another test for DYG to come back into this game.
If they pass this test, I think they could turn this whole situation around. Yes, there are 2 wide open lanes in the mid and in the top as well. But we'll see. WE, they made the conscious decision. They make a dive. Backdoor protection, we don't care about it. They want the T3 secure. This is going to be a Baron base for the side of DYG Gaming. We'll see. One more challenge.
Very good rotation here for the side of Team WE here. That is a Baron base here with no more tier 3 towers here. The Mega Minions coming in from the later stages of the game, that will put so much pressure against DYG, especially for what we saw in the previous series. It could be game winning here, but how pop here by the side of DYG.
Yeah, looking for the opening, but at this point, Xiao Kun has already stopped them in their tracks, and with the catch on the backline, DYG Gaming, they had to back off right now. This is a very scary situation. Nice knockout from the side of Biddy. Dives in. Can they find the life of Kong? For now, he will be able to make it out safely, but Le, he needs to push them away. No big flashes committed, with the exception of Kong, which means WE, they can re-aggress onto this Shadow Tyrant.
But Xiao Kun did a fantastic job there. Notice the fact that if he just chunks out chance on that Long, there's no follow-up that will be committed by the side of DYG, giving free access to that Shadow Tyrant for the side of Team WE. And right now, with a 6,000 goldie and 3 waves of Mega Minions here, they will be looking to even choke out DYG here as Raging Sandstorm doesn't catch onto anybody here, forces out a disengage coming in from DYG.
Yeah, Team WE, they just play this slow, right? They know exactly what to do. Every single time Kong uses that all shield, they will back away. WE knows exactly when to take the fight. And when Kong drops down his ultimate, no, you don't take the fight there.
Well, it's difficult, right? Because Kong so far, he's been doing a pretty decent job, but Jayo has been topping him in that engage department here because the Dunshan, I wouldn't say he's the best of the engaged tools here, more of a utility one after the rework.
Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult for them. And right now, with no turrets to speak of, an empty base, meaning there's mega minions marching down at every wave. DYG, this is going to be hard. Emergence going to be committed here. Can they find that lockdown? Infinite Vasa is going to be used. They're trying to get the first life of Xuen down. Not going to be successful. The bait from the side of Chance comes in, gets the life of Mings. They need to finish the job now. The jump in. First life committed by the side of Mings. No, he's going to be taken down. Xiao Kun as well, trying to survive the fight. 1v4. Le is doing his best, but will be taken down, which means the crystal's open for the taking. And Team WE wants to finish the job. They will be able to find the last life. Xuen survived for now. All he needs to do is to stop that last minute. Job done, but he's all alone, and there's one more wave coming.
Yeah, 7,000 gold lead, 14-10 in terms of the scoreline here, with a quadra kill being taken over by Ink. They are looking to equalize the series, and this is a 1-1 equalize between WE and DYG.